This is really powerful. This is the call to action, and in that you hopefully have been working on yourself. You have been checking yourself, holding yourself accountable, and taking care of your own responsibilities, because in this time, this time that's coming up for you, whenever this is for you, you're going to have to be able to work well with others. You're going to have to make sure that you are able to keep up and that others are able to keep up with you. Don't diminish yourself. You see what I'm saying? These are counterparts. They are equals. You want to make sure that you're with your equals. You don't have the time or the energy to play with people. Or let people play with you. Hey everybody, I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to my channel, Cherish Daily Media. If you're new, welcome. We are seekers of spiritual things and all that good stuff. So I want to get right into it. We just had a full moon, super moon, strawberry moon just recently, and if I'm correct, there's still Saturn in retrograde, so there's some funky energies that's going on right about now. But I don't want to talk too much, but I want to say this. I've been wanting to do this reading, but at the same time, I'm not sure what energies are going to come out. And I know I say that every time, but I've just been getting a lot of different messages, and my own readings outside of, doing the public readings have been a little bit weird. It's like a couple of weeks ago, there were some messages, some channeled messages that came to me, and I was like, ooh, this is important. And I was like really wanting to do a reading then. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, I don't want to say that. I really don't. And after that, it's like they got quiet. Not really quiet, but the cards weren't really speaking. I don't know if you saw the last reading last month, but I had shuffled through the oracle cards, the romance oracle cards, and nothing came out. Well, I have several cards here, and I'm just hoping that sort of thing doesn't happen then. But I want to get into some of the channeled messages that were coming through, because I think they're important, and I hope I get them all out. And if I don't get them all out right now in this little pre-talk, hopefully it'll come out through the reading. So one of the things that my guides were alerting me to, that they wanted me to kind of push out there, is that some cross watchers are watching, and that's really interesting, right? Because it's not like I'm doing the signs, I'm doing collective readings. But you have to understand with, especially like with the previous readings that I've been doing, I've been talking about being in different dimensions and this shifting that is kind of like a split. And I know that sounds like, it's division, but it's not division. It is, but it's in a matter of we are being unified in a way that we are supposed to address certain things in our own selves and what feels right to us. And some of the things that feel right to us do not feel good. But it's still a matter of you have to confront yourself. You have to confront yourself. And so what they've been telling me is that some of these readings are not yours. You're cross-watching for people that are in your life. So for instance, one of the readings is really talking about one of the messages in the readings before is talking about being there for other people, and people not hearing you, people not this, that, and the other. That is a message for someone else, and you are the one that has not gotten it from that other person. So I'm like this third party person trying to help you see what someone else is trying to get you to see. So there was that, and I hope you understand what where I'm coming from, or where the guides are coming from in saying that, and hopefully it'll flesh out a little bit more in the reading. But here's the other thing. There's been a lot of messages coming to me about time and timelines, and this importance to understand that timelines are being destroyed. And I've been kind of wanting some confirmation about some things and how to convey that message. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to convey it as well as I want to, but it's to say that a lot of the things that we have been accustomed to, like going to a job, going on dates, the traditional, or what has come to be the traditional way of doing things, it's being not even challenged. They are being demolished, like totally blown up to pieces. And that concept is something that you're going to have to understand, because it kind of plays back into what I said previously about being a cross watcher, being a person who is receiving a message that's not yours anymore. So why is this important for you to understand? It's important for you to understand so that you know what's happening to you in your life. There's this convergence of everything. And how I've been saying for the past couple of months, there's this shifting. You have to kind of get into what you are, who you are, know who you are, and just make sure that you are being authentic and true to yourself. That is what I'm talking about. That's what we've been, trying to convey in these messages. And so you might not see me very often. And a lot of that has to do with, what is it that I need to tell you? I'm only coming because there's a message. And if there isn't a message, why do I need to be here? And there's going to be less and less communication from a third party because of this timeline convergence. You might feel like you're being forgetful, or other people are being forgetful, or you might feel like you have already experienced something, and there's no way that I could have felt this before or experienced this before. And just tonight it came to me, it's like something that's been kind of riding me all day. I've gained a lot of weight, and I feel so uncomfortable. It's like this is the most weight that I've ever had without being pregnant. And it came into my mind and all these different things in my awareness that I feel pregnant. Well, there's no way that I can be pregnant, right? I mean, it's just pretty much impossible unless there's like this miracle that happens. And that's a timeline thing. So it's like a remembering, for whatever reason. This is just an example. There's a remembering an experience for whatever reason, for the time, for the moment, if that makes sense. I don't know what that means for me right now. I mean, this is just an example in my own life of how timelines are converging. What was in the past is irrelevant because it's always now. It's right now. If you are finding yourself like stuck in the past, stuck in the future, worrying about what's going to happen, and not really, just in an anxious way, not being in the now, you're going to have trouble with this, because it's like what is this? Agitated. It's an agitation because you're not in control. And so with this, what I'm being shown is that when you're in this state of remembering or hoping, bring it to the now. Like, why is this relevant? Why am I being shown this? So there's that. I hope it makes sense. There's a lot more that's like weaved into that, but this intro is getting very long. The first quarter moon is coming up soon. So I don't know why I put those on. The first quarter moon is coming up. Get yourself ready for, what you're putting into the works. Try and get your mind ready, because it's like the beginning. You're starting over. You're starting a new cycle of things. And here we are. We're coming up on the summer. We're coming up on Cancer season. And if I'm remembering our year ahead reading for the collective, the Queen of Cups was in your relationship column. And that was another interesting thing that they were showing me. This energy is going to be a little bit different from the way that I perceived it when I did that reading, because it's water energy, but it's not that soft water energy. And I'm saying this because I need for everyone to be prepared for this, because it's not going to be that mothering energy that's like going to look over your faults. It's that mothering energy that's going to pull you in close and then pull you under the water. Not to drown you, but to teach you how to swim, to teach you how to hold your breath. And the thing about water energy is emotions. It's your psychic abilities. It's going beyond. It's understanding in a deeper way. And though there's this softness that comes along with that, there's also you knew this and you did this anyway. There are consequences and you can't get away from them. So there are lessons to be learned in water energy. If you understand Scorpio energy. Now, we're not in Scorpio season, but I want to kind of keep going with this idea of it's not always that easygoing energy. Water energy isn't that easygoing energy. It's that I'll hold you accountable to who you say that you are. And if you aren't going to be who you say that you are going to be held accountable. The Cancer energy is a little bit different, because the Cancer energy is not just, you did me wrong. It's you did my family wrong. And I am the mother. Oh goodness, a story just came out this week of a mother elephant killing a 70-year-old woman, then going to the funeral and stomping her, then going to her house and trashing it. And then I heard some updates. Her tribe, her clan, just destroyed the village. I mean, I don't know if all of that part's true, but up to, a point. Just get what I'm saying. Do not mess with an elephant's family. And what I learned, or what I heard was, because I read the most part, but this next part I didn't read this part. She did that because the woman had held her off so that her babies could get poached. Is that the right word? I think that's the right word. To get snatched. You know, she did that because the 70-year-old woman hurt her family. And that's the energy. You know, it's like everything has its time for, you know, what's the word? Recompense. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know what's going to come of this, what's going to come out in this reading, but I do hope that it's some good energy, some good messages. And I really just want to ask for guidance in whatever possible way that we can have, because I've seen some things. I'm seeing some things, and I know what I need. But I want to know what the collective needs. What is it that we need to see? I'm using the Muse Tarot, and I have other cards out here just in case you know, they lead me to other decks. So let's go ahead and call them in and get it started. All right. Angels of love and light, Spirit of the Most High, our highest self, be with me. Give me a message for the collective. Timeless message for anyone who will come into this reading, who, even the cross watchers, a message for the cross watchers. Help me to understand the messages and speak clearly. The messages for those who might come in. A positive message. Vincent is going ham. All right, y'all. 3 of materials. Okay, so I asked for a message for the cross watchers too, so the 3 of materials came in. I think this was also in the summer too. This it's the 3 of Pentacles. I think I think I don't remember now. Ooh, the Lovers. Look at that, y'all. Okay, so the Lovers is the first energy. We're still in Gemini season, so that's the Gemini card. We can take the Lover's energy in 2 ways. This can be either you and your person, you know, someone that you are very dear to, someone that's close to you, and it's a major arcana. So this is like the time for, this is a lesson, you know, like a life lesson that you need right now. And it could be that you are coming together with someone else. Now, I have to keep referencing back to the year ahead reading because it covered so much of the energies for the collective, right? It was a reading for the whole year. And if you remember, I'll try and remember to link the video in this video. But if you remember, the Lovers card came out in the springtime, which we are still technically in the spring, for yourself, your energy. And it was talking about bringing the 2 parts of yourself together as one, you know, just unifying your energy. And I love the way it's depicted here because you have 2 figures here on the opposite sides, and it's the Gemini energy, right? So it's like the twin the reflection, your reflection of yourself, but it's a different type of energy. You can say it's the masculine and the feminine. You can say that it's, whatever that keeps you divided, but you don't have to be divided. You know what I'm saying? You can harness that energy to make it yours, to collaborate with yourself, in other words. And I love how it's depicted with the flowers, because the flowers represent our consciousness, like our blooming. And consciousness isn't this, I guess it is kind of mystical, but it's not really, because it's everything that we don't see about ourselves being made known. Right? It's like when you're talking to someone and you're like, you can't hear yourself, can you? Because if you could, you wouldn't say what you're saying. That person is unconscious of a certain aspect of themselves. And a few months ago, I wouldn't say it was a campaign or anything, but I was speaking a lot and posting a lot about doing shadow work. And I'm still talking about it because it's important. It's very important that we do shadow work. It's very important that we bring those things that has been like hidden in the background that shows up when we don't even realize it. And people see it, but we don't see it. It's like our other self going ham. And just a word of encouragement. Some people really don't know what they're doing. It's like they are asleep. And I'm talking to you too. I'm talking to whoever this applies to. Sometimes you are asleep at the wheel. You know how you're driving and your thoughts are elsewhere, and like a few minutes later you're like, oh my God, I've been driving all this time. I've been in my head. Well, that's being unconscious. And a lot of people are going through life in that way. They don't consider what they're doing to other people. They don't consider what they're doing to themselves. I saw a video today on TikTok. It was a guy who was really being mean. I mean, he was really being mean to women, to Black women. And he was basically saying that Black women hate Black men. And he was unkempt, and I'm not like digging on his appearance or anything. He was smoking a cigarette, and what he was saying was foul. And I couldn't really listen to the whole thing because the energy was like, it was too dense. It was too heavy and dark. And why I'm saying that is because he's asleep at the wheel, and he doesn't realize how he's coming across to the people that he's talking to. Or maybe he does, and he just doesn't care. That's a possibility. And you have to realize that is a possibility with a lot of people. There are people that are devils. So this is interesting energy. I like this because now we have 3 major arcanas out here. This is basically going back to what I was saying in the beginning. There are some hard lessons that you're going to have to learn. I mean, we are going to have to go through these things in our own way. That's going to bring us to an awakening stage where we are like, see, I don't want to do a doom and gloom. I don't want that at all. But we do know that there's some things that's changing, right? And if you have been living at this level right here, there's going to be a demotion. And we're all going to have to readjust in some sort of way. We're going to have to readjust the way that we think, the way that we do things, the way that we live, the way that we live amongst one another, the way we eat, the way that we consume energy all around. And here we have the magician card. So in concert with this lover's energy, the magician says, I'm going to manifest whatever I need to manifest to get what I need out of this life, out of this endeavor, out of whatever. And in this case, this is either you and someone else. And I don't want to make it sound like it's manipulative, because that's not what I mean. It's creating something that's going to be helpful, beautiful, self-sustaining, sustaining for others, and that's going to be helpful. And how I come to that, or how this is being, filtered through me, is that this is the 10 of not the 10 of anything, the wheel. It's the 10, but it's the wheel. This is things changing, constantly changing, and you got to understand this concept. Things are always changing, right? If you're on top, don't get too haughty, because everything can, you can be on the bottom. And you're going to have to make sure that you are staying humble, staying in this, I take that. Well, no, I don't take it back, but I just want to be very, very careful and loose with the way that I say this, because you are going to do whatever you want to do whatever you want to do. But this wheel energy is Jupiter energy. It's this idea of, I can do whatever I want to do. If I'm up, I'm going to take advantage of my being up. If I'm down, I'm going to take advantage of that too. And it's just basically, with all of this energy together, these three major arcanas working together, you're a magical being. You're a magical person. And your abilities lie with knowing how to take advantage of the situations that you're in. And so this is really, really good energy. I like this combination. And this being in this placement, it's your subconscious. It's just how you operate. You are willing to go with the flow. You've been able to pick yourself up when you're down. You've been able to give praise and thanks when you're up. And this is good energy. So yeah, I like that for you. I like how it's laid out, because with this magician energy, you have to have that mindset. You have to have that spirit of knowing that you can manifest whatever you want to manifest. It has to be in you in order to bring about the things. That's what manifesting is about. It's a confidence. You understand what I'm saying? It's a knowing. You can't be doubtful when you're trying to manifest, when you're trying to do magic. Your intentions have to be sure. You have to see it with your third eye, with your heart. You have to feel it. It has to be in your body in order for you to manifest. So people that are on the fence about, what they're wanting to do, they get frustrated when things don't happen. And the reason is because they hadn't believed in the first place. They had doubt. And I don't want to take that too far, because I don't want to, victim blame or anything like that. But the idea is, if you want it, act like you have it already. this is the Muse of Voices, basically the King of Swords. This is the one, you have to be in this energy. It's like this recipe is crazy. I can't wait to see what else comes out. But anyway, this king, this is the expert. This is the one who's the lawyer, the doctor, the one who has put in the time, the energy, the work to know how to put the ingredients together and make something. And so this is expert level. Expert level, it's not that lovey-dovey energy. It's the logical, get her done energy. Eight of Emotions. This is interesting because of the way everything is laid out right now. This is just basically saying, I'm sick of it. I'm tired of where I've been. And I'm going out into this field of potential that's out there. I know it is. I know it's out there. And when you go out into the wilderness, you don't know what you're going to expect, but this is what you're focused on. And this is good because you're working with your tools. You are working with your tools. And this magician energy is basically, you have all the tools that you need. You do. Right here in this time right now, you have all of the tools that you need. The challenge is probably that you're not aware of the tools that you have, or you are aware of the tools that you have. You just don't know how to use them yet. But you do have them, and you are feeling this frustration, and you're ready to get it popping. You're ready to get it moving. I feel you. Yes, yes. The High Priestess. Remember how I was saying that in the other reading, there was the Queen of Cups? Well, this is her sister. This is the major arcana of, in my opinion, the major arcana of the Queen of Cups. So this is that psychic energy. All of this is so magical. This is really, really magical. And for where we are in the world right now, we need this magic. We need these magical energies. Three of Materials. You're in this energy of wanting to work together with other people. Collaborating. Calling on experts. Building something of substance, building something that you need right now. Ooh, oh wow. Now we have a match. This is the Queen of Voices. So we have the Muse of Voices and the Queen of Voices. The Queen of Voices is in your environment. So there's something going on here. You probably have your counterpart either coming or with you, right? Coming in or is with you now, and y'all are thinking like really, really hard about things. And this energy is so cold, y'all. This isn't that lovey-dovey, we're taking walks in the park type energy. This is sitting at the table, pulling out the pen and paper and figuring stuff out, y'all. This is that type of energy. This is the checking off the things on the list. This is saying, I don't want these people here anymore. This is saying, I don't like where we are. I don't like that job. I don't like how this is really taking an assessment. And I know I'm getting all excited and everything, but just seeing how this is playing out, If you're not getting on this energy, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, it's not for you. And that's okay. It is okay. But this is the time where you stop playing around with your potential and you stop playing around with the people that's in your life. You stop letting people play around with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't let the things that you see go as if you didn't see them. You saw it. When people are acting funny, you see that. Hold them accountable. Take your energy out of the equation. Take your access to yourself out. Don't just close the door. Make the door unaccessible to those who cannot come in and act like they have some sense. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not, if people are acting unregulated, let them act unregulated. Let them be unregulated over there. But in this energy, with this, you already know what you need to do. You already know your power. You already know what you have going on. And if there are people who are still trying to hold on to you and you have already elevated, it's on you if you don't act in your power. Because you're at this stage of expertise. Don't bring in the people who had not elevated. Don't settle for the petty arguments, the petty disagreements. You're being called, I'm trying to bring it down. You're being called to build something that will be sustainable and that will be not just what you need. It's not just what you need. It's necessary. You understand what I'm saying? If it wasn't, all of this major stuff wouldn't be coming on. And if it wasn't this serious, this 8 of emotions wouldn't, and I keep getting chills, this 8 of emotions wouldn't be coming out. You know there's something wrong. And this goes for politicians too. This political game that people are trying to pull you into. Don't fall for the okie doke. Let them play their game. But you've already walked away from that. You already know that that's their game. And I'm talking to whoever this applies to. I don't intend on making any kind of political statements. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just saying, in whatever arena that you have been feeling this angst about, you're already showing up as an expert. You're already showing up as somebody who knows what you know and how to manipulate that information. And you're sick of whatever it is that you've been a part of. You're not only sick of it, you're walking away from it. And walking away, you're building something new. And you're not alone. You have somebody with you that's just as educated and with their hands to the plow, ready to do the work, working smarter, not harder. And you're in this energy of wanting to collaborate. So if this person hasn't already come into your life, they are coming into your life. And this doesn't necessarily, like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a romantic connection, but it does mean that there's some harmony. Look, the Lover's card, there's harmony there. There's, this could be, a real connection, someone from a past life, someone from your past in this life. But it's the important part of it is that connection is going to be so important. And if it's not working, you got to vet people. You have to make sure that you are vetting people and making sure that if your spidey senses are going off, they're not the one. The people that are coming, those that are on your level, they will be like-minded. You won't have to doubt. It's not a matter of feeling, although you will, because you have this high priestess energy. She's the psychic. She's the one that goes to the deep. She's the one that is, and this person, like what I said in the beginning, is like holding a child, going under the water, to teach the child how to hold their breath under the water. This person is willing to do that. If there are people that are willing to hold on to their old programs, they are not this. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we have 5 of Inspiration, Queen of Materials, and 2 of Emotions. All right, so what you're not wanting is to look back and cry about what did not work out. You're beyond that, right? You're done with having those having those fights. You're done with having those unnecessary, unproductive, back and forth fights. It's like, aren't we beyond that? If they aren't beyond, having the disagreements with you, they're not with you, right? And this two of Emotions is the minor arcana to the Lover's card. And you being in, here it is, the Queen of Materials, she knows her stuff. She knows how to get what she wants. She knows where to get what she wants. And that's some powerful energy, right? The Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, she's bad, man. I mean, all the queens have their thing, but she's the Queen of Earth. She knows how to cook. She knows how to take care of her family. And I say she, but it doesn't have to be a she. It's just feminine energy. And it's actually Capricorn energy. So she knows how to work. This energy is hard working. It's what did I say in the beginning? Saturn in retrograde. This energy is hard work. It is. And it's just basically a confirmation that you really have to get with the program. It's time. It really is. It's time to get with the program. And this 2 of Emotions is the 2 of Cups. You might have somebody that's coming back from your past. It could be a soulmate. It could be someone that you already know. It could be someone that is new in your life. And look, this is just crazy. The Muse of Materials, another match. Y'all, let's see what my aunt has to say, because this is like some real what's the word? It's timely. It's important. Right now it's important. And I guess this is why I had to kind of wait to do this reading instead of doing it whatever. Anyway, that doesn't matter. But it's important. Ooh, I invoke laughter. This is the Heyoka. Taking a lighthearted look at everything, at life, but at the same time, you have to, use that energy to bring awareness. It's kind of like the way a comedian will make a joke about real life, and clown people. You don't want to hear this. It hurts to hear it, but it's funny. It's like seeing the irony in something. kind of like that elephant story. I mean, it's funny, but it's not. It's not. And I don't mean to, laugh at the lady. But if you think about it, how ironic. We have to start looking at what we're doing, because there is a cause and effect. The laws of the universe are in effect. And I don't care what you believe about spiritual things, metaphysical things, science, or whatever. You know how you're showing up in your life, and you know how other people are showing up in your life. And that's enough science, for you to stop, pay attention, and apply what you know to what you see. So this, I invoke laughter. You take that time to look at what's going on and find the humor in it so that you can process it, put it in your body, and put that energy into use in a way that will be helpful to you and to other people that are around you. Okay. Yeah. I remain in balance with my emotions. These are the 42 negative confessions, the 42 laws of Ma'at, or however you want to say it. But I remain in balance with my emotions. Look at what I'm saying. So you don't want to be too cold. You don't want to be too much into your head, too logical. You want to make sure that you're balanced. You want to make sure that you have the logical side of yourself and the emotional side of yourself in check, because you're manifesting, and you have so much powerful energy here that you're like, it's high gear. You're in a sports car on the highway going 180, right? You're going like top speed. And if you don't keep yourself in check and focused, you got to think logically, but you also have to feel the road. You have to feel what's coming up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my race car drivers out there, you know what I'm talking about. But it's like you have to feel what's coming, and you have to think logically all at the same time, and keeping those things in balance, because if you don't, you'll get carried away. And you don't want to get carried away while you're out there in the wilderness trying to find your way, trying to build your new way of being. So Ma'at says that, in this time, these are some of the principles that you need to work on, some of the things that you need to put in practice. Like I said, put it in your body, in a way that you're able to use it, in any situation, Okay, I give offerings that are genuine. This is a good one too, because here's another thing that is really important to me. I've been talking a lot about capitalism here lately, and I don't want to get too carried away about capitalism, because that kind of goes into politics and things like that. I want to kind of get outside of these constructs. But think about this. If you're manifesting and you're in this Queen of Pentacles energy, where you're having to manipulate the resources of the earth, you have to think smart about how to, come up with strategies to live, to be, to build. You want to make sure that in all of your getting, this is something Creflo Dollar used to say. I guess he still says it, I don't know. In all of your getting, make sure that you get understanding. It says, I give offerings that are genuine. Some people don't do that. And if you have, if you've been in the life of someone who is very materialistic, they'll use you. They'll give you something, but they're giving you something so that they can at some later date get something in return. And that's against this law, right? You want to make sure that you are giving from a genuine heart, giving from a place where you see the need, and you're giving of your abundance, you're giving of your overflow. And in order to do that, you have to make sure that you're staying filled up. You have to make sure that you are receiving from the Most High. You want to make sure that you're connected with your guides. All right. I do want one more oracle card, and then I'll leave it at that. Okay. Yeah, this is really powerful. This is the call to action, and in that you hopefully have been working on yourself. You have been checking yourself, holding yourself accountable, and taking care of your own responsibilities. Because in this time, this time that's coming up for you, whenever this is for you, you're going to have to be able to work well with others. You're going to have to make sure that you are able to keep up, and that others are able to keep up with you. Don't diminish yourself. You see what I'm saying? These are counterparts. They are equals. You want to make sure that you're with your equals. You don't have the time or the energy to play with people. Or let people play with you. Yeah, because we're in a hostile situation. This is the time to take things seriously, right? And there's too many people that's out here playing. They're playing with their lives, and you don't need that energy. So I do want one more card. I want one more card because I want to know who y'all need to be aware of. Who are the hostiles? Who are the hostile people that needs to be on the radar? And it's important because you don't know what you're going to encounter when you're out here building. Just imagine living off the grid, right? You've bought you some land somewhere, and you're building a new life, and there's wildlife around you. You want to be aware of what that wildlife is. So, yep, as I suspected, there's some young people. Page of Pentacles. Maybe, somebody that's young in mind, young in the pockets, young with experience, don't really have a whole lot. They're not on the queen level, right? They're not on the king level. They're not, they don't have what you have. So you want to be mindful of them. Be careful because they will use you. 10 of Wands, a lot of burdens. They will use you. They will see that you have all of this abundance of time, this abundance of energy, this abundance of resources, and they will try and use you. Put more stuff on you. Oh, look, there's the wheel again. There's the wheel. And there's the King of Pentacles again. So those are some repeats. So just be careful. Remember who you are. Remember what your mission is. And make sure that you are practicing gratitude in everything. Make sure that you are being fully aware of who you are, who the people are around you, and focused on where you're going, what your intentions are, and make sure that you're Your intentions are always pure. You're giving, thanksgiving for everything. So, all right, I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to book a personal reading, I am offering readings, so you can send me an email. I'll put the email here. It's Cherish Daily Tarot 1111@gmail.com. Let me see. I don't really have anything coming up, y'all. I've been so tired. I really have. It's this full moon energy kind of shifts me, takes. It's like a download. I hope y'all have been getting these downloads, and I hope you're recognizing the downloads that are coming, that have come. I know there's a lot of fatigue, mental fatigue going on because of all these downloads. I hear people saying, I'm so sick of hearing toxic. I'm so sick of hearing narcissist. I'm so sick of this, sick of that, sick of these things. But if you think about it, these are gifts. These are codes. These are new understandings, new ways of seeing what's happening, what's been happening. This is language. These are words that explains a lot of what's been going on, and those are downloads, right? Be looking forward to seeing things that you've never seen before, and that's why this is so important, because your eyes are going to be open to some things that have not been, you have not been, aware of before. And it might be shocking. So make sure that you're putting you're ready for anything. You know what I'm saying? Stay in balance. Those emotions, make sure that you're thinking about anything can happen. Stranger things have happened. So yeah, let's see what else. All right, y'all have a wonderful month. Happy birthday to the Cancers that will be celebrating. And yeah, until next time, friends, namaste, peace.